Microphone. Ayan. Okay na. Sound check.
Meron po.
Okay.
Meron po, nabibigyan.
Okay. Well, that's better. Well and good. So that, okay, sige. So let's start. Ready na kayo? Kasi ready na ako. So, okay. So before we start, I'm going to send first the second part of our attendance. Copy. Lesson 1. Sige. And this is not lesson 1. Intro na. Send link. Copy. Okay, so I will be sending the link of the attendance. Okay, guys, both through our Google Meet and doon sa aking live chat sa live, send ko yung link ng attendance natin. So only those students that are watching the live discussion and those students na nandito sa Google Meet ang makaka-access ng attendance sheet. So if you are not present, both of the platforms na meron, so sorry na lang, and I will only giving you 2 minutes to fill out kasi hindi naman mahirap i-fill out yung form na yan. Okay, you'll just have your full name, your section, and if it your regular or irregular, and then submit it. So I still have 1 hour to discuss this introduction to Japanese language. Yes? What about? It's the same form, however, different lang yung link. Na-access ba yung Google form?
Yes po.
All right. Okay. So let's start. Shall we start, guys? Thank you. Okay, so if you have questions, clarification with regards to our lesson, you can easily, or you can just open your microphone and ask the question. Okay? All right, so for the introduction, sorry. So this is 1. Sorry. Okay. Foreign Language 1 or Nihongo 1. So by the end of this unit, you should be able to close your microphone, Mr. Canyezo, please. Until I
Unit, you should be able to
Uy, isa na yung ano.
close your microphone, Mr. Kanyo.
alright. Inano ko na, minute ko na, Mr. Canyezo. Alright. So you will be able to familiarize with different Japanese vowels, consonants, pronunciation, pitch, and writing system. Just like the days, back in the days, that we're learning our basic when we were kindergarten, diba? When we are in prep or grade school, we're learning vowels, consonants, pronunciation, pitch, and writing system of English and Filipino. So, ganun din ang gagawin natin in this class. Alright? So, we're going back to basics. The basic of learning a new language. So, magmumukha tayo mga prep or grade school sa lesson na to. Okay? Magsisimula tayo from the very beginning of learning the vowels, consonants, pronunciation, pitch, and writing system. Okay? So before that, let's give you a short introduction about the Japanese language. So with over 127 million speakers in Japan, large ay, bakit? Kala ko champurado ang food natin.
Hindi ka. Well, I guess sakto lang yun sa guess. Huwag mo masyado.
Asan guess pa yun? Sorry. So, with large immigrant communities in North and South America and a rapid growing body of fluent non-native speaker, Japanese is one of the world's major languages. Ito daw po yung foreign language na sinusubukan or trying for them to learn. So outside the language of Europe, which is the English language, it is probably the most studied foreign language with about 1 million learners in China, a similar number in Korea, and around 300,000 in Australia and New Zealand. And also, here in Asia, Philippines is one of the nations or countries that is learning or trying to learn the Japanese language. It is the most studied foreign language in Australian secondary school and is now also beginning very popular in Britain and in America, in North and South America. Japan is the world's second largest economy, as we all know, and a major provider of foreign aid and a significant force in world affairs, particularly in Asia. So Japan is very popular. Saan ba popular ang Japan? When it comes to the economy. Anyone? Saan ba popular ang Japan?
Technology.
Technology. Very good, Mr. Buhay. So when it comes to technology, Japan is one of the advanced nation that manufacture, or we must say provide this very advanced technology when it comes to robots and others. Okay? It has a rich, distinctive culture combining native elements with influences from Asian mainland, and more recently from Europe and America. A fascinating blend of tradition and modernity, Japan has literary tradition extending back 1,200 years, yet is one of the most modern, some would say postmodern, high-tech, post-industrial societies in the world. And also, um, uh, Japan is also popular when it comes to their um, tourism industry. I have been to Japan once. So before the pandemic, I think way back 2018, we went to Japan. We went to four, if my memory serves me right, in Osaka, in Kobe, in Kyoto, and in Nagoya. So we visited those major cities. My boss doesn't want the city center like in Tokyo because he doesn't want the crowded places. So we're more of in the province area of Kyoto, Nagoya, Osaka. So most tourist spots there, it really fascinates me, and it really amuses me when it comes to their traditions, when it comes to their culture, their attitude towards their tourists. They're very polite, especially when you arrive to their hotels. So they will really extend their help. They're gonna help you with everything that you need during your stay. Okay, the Japanese language is the key to understand Japanese culture and society. Unfortunately, when we were uh, having a tour in Japan, I am not yet teaching Japanese, so I don't have any idea with their culture. Well, very few. However, I don't even how to speak Japanese. So how did we survive? We have a friend living there and working there. So he was the one who tour us around. Siya yung nakikipag-usap sa mga Japanese. Siya yung nakikipag-usap where to ride the train, where to buy this, buy that, where to go, and so on and so forth. So we survived. However, one of the challenges that I have passed is that kami lang dalawa ng boss ko ang magkasama noon, and we tried to move from one city to another city and ride different train stations because train stations in Japan is very complex. Hindi siya tulad ng train station natin dito sa Philippines na yung LRT and MRT na isang line lang, one line going to the north and one line going to the other part, na ganun lang. Sa kanila hindi. Their train station is interchangeable. Ibig sabihin, for example, nasa isang station ka, and then many train lines ang dadaan dun sa isang station na yon. So hindi pwede na pag bumaba ka dun sa station na yon is pwede mong sakyan yung susunod na train station. No. So pwedeng yung isang train station, yung isang train will be going to the north, and one train is going to the south, and so on and so forth. Okay, so it's very complex. It's like a cobweb. No, it's very complex. So you really need someone to guide you. So isa yun sa mga na-survive ba namin. Well, especially ko kasi ako yung inaasahan ng boss ko na umintindi nung kung saan paano kami makakapunta from one city to another city. Alright? So moving forward, studying Japanese can be a very rewarding experience in its own right, but more important, it has great practical value for anyone wishing to do business with the Japanese or planning to visit Japan. So this will be your advance or advantage if you are planning to go to Japan to visit or to work there. So, training ground nyo na to on how you will survive Japan. Okay? So, question, sino ba sa inyo ang nagpaplano or have a vision or have an interest of going to Japan? Or even maging visitor lang or maging tourist sa Japan. It's really nice. Anyone? Sino ba gusto pumunta ng Japan? Miss Bago, I can see your hand raising.
Ako sir, kumain po.
Kumain ng Japanese? Gusto mong kumain ng Japanese?
Pupunta ng Japan sir para
pupunta
kumain.
ng Japan. Akala ko kumain ng Japan. Japanese food ang gusto mong kainin. Actually, authentic Japanese food is really good. Kung dito, so you tried eating sashimi or anong Japanese food na ang na try mo? Well, obviously you haven't been to Japan. So here in the Philippines, ano ba yung mga natatry mo ng kainin na Japanese food? Anong alam yung Japanese food? Yun na lang ang question ko. Sige, Mr. Canyazo.
Onigiri sir.
Okay.
Sushi. Tonkatsu, alright?
Karaage po.
Ano yan, Miss Kanlet? Kainglet?
Karaage po.
Karaage. Masarap din yun. It's like, karaage is like, para lang siyang piritong something, di ba?
Manok po yun, sir.
Chicken. Yes. And what else?
Tempura.
Tempura. What is a tempura, Miss Bago?
Yung parang
chichirya. Yung chichirya. Chichirya yung tempura pala.
Sir, chichirya yan sir eh.
Hindi. Miss Bago, i-explain mo.
Yung parang shrimp po, sir.
Shrimp is a deep fried or breaded shrimp tempura. What else?
Onigiri sir.
Sushi po. Natto.
Sushi. Yes, Mr. Buhay.
Onigiri.
What is origiri, Mr. Buhay?
Sir, yung yung seaweed na may rice style
Sa
nakabalot.
ibabaw.
Yung nakabalot yung
Nakabalot.
seaweed sir, sa rice.
Well,
Na may pwedeng lagyan na salmon.
okay. So it's a variation of sushi.
Rice ball.
Yes sir.
Okay. Sushi is different from sashimi. Okay? Sushi is the parang rolled rice wrapped with seaweeds and stuffed with different types of flavors like pwedeng salmon, pwedeng tuna, pwedeng kung ano-ano, may vegetables and all of that stuff. Okay? Sashimi naman, it's a portion of raw fish or raw something like tuna sashimi, salmon sashimi, or uni. Okay, have you tried those food? Sino na nakatry dito ng sashimi? Tuna or salmon sashimi or uni sashimi? Have you tried?
Di ba po?
Hindi pa. So hindi pa kayo nakakain ng hilaw na isda.
Tatikman ko na, sir, kasi parang hindi siya bet ng panlasa ko gano'n.
Well, kahit ako nung first time ko na ihain sa akin yung sashimi, parang ang weird ng lasa kasi nga hilaw siya. But if your palate or yung panglasa nyo will be parang palagi nyo na siyang natitikman, you will appreciate the taste of that raw fish. Especially, choosing between tuna sashimi and salmon sashimi, I prefer salmon. First, it's more expensive. Second, it's more creamier yung lasa niya compared with tuna. Do you know uni sashimi? Do you know what's uni? No? Okay, well, uni is sea urchin. Alam niyo yung sea urchin?
Yes, sir.
What is a sea urchin?
Yes po. May
Ano yung tsura
Isang
nun?
may tusok.
May tusok-tusok na kapag natusok ka, lalagnatin ka or mapopoison ka. Okay, now, inside that sea urchin, it's a flesh ng sea urchin na kinakain ng mga Japanese or some other people ng hilaw. Hindi talaga siya niluluto. And with sashimi, saan siya dinidip? Or anong sauce niya?
Nakakita ko lang po yung nilagay ng suka, sir eh.
Suka? Okay. What else?
Toyo.
Toyo. Ano nilalagay nila sa toyo?
Wasabi.
Wasabi. Okay. So yung wasabi, have you tried, Miss Agbunag?
Yes, sir. Maanghang po yun, sir.
Maanghang siya. As in talagang sumusuot siya sa ilong. Yung anghang niya. Yung literal na parang umuusok yung ilong mo. Pero, yes, Miss Kainglet, what you say?
Iba din po yung amoy niya, sir. Masakit po.
Oo. Pag once you taste it.
Sir, natin na yung Wagyu.
Yes. Of course.
Sana all, sir.
Wagyu, okay, sige, explain natin yung Wagyu. Wagyu is it's a type of beef that came if I'm correct, it's from Wagyu province from Japan.
Yes.
It's a type of beef na ang beef nila is hindi nila pinaglalakad. Nakahang lang siya para kasi ang mga beef kasi, okay, yung mga cow natin, okay, once na the longer they are stepping on the land or on the grass, okay, mas tumitigas yung muscle nila kasi syempre exercise yan sa kanila kasi naglalakad sila. Ngayon, ang Wagyu beef, okay, ang mga cow ay nakahang. Doon nila pinakakain, pinaiinom ng beer para mas tender yung kanilang meat. And if you taste it, ulala.
Expensive, sir.
And it's very expensive kasi nga the way they treat Wagyu beef is very expensive din, no? So Wagyu is one of the best and expensive beef that we have in the market. All right? So more of that. Let's proceed to the pronunciation and romanization of the Japanese language. So Japanese has relatively simple sound system. So kung mapapansin ninyo, para lang siyang binabaybay ng very very light. For example, yung term na hiragana, katakana. So parang by syllable siya pinopronounce. So it doesn't have a strong stress accent as we have in English. Like for example, pronunciation and romanization. For example, pronunciation, it doesn't pronounce as pronunciation. It's pronunciation. Okay? It doesn't have the strong stress accent kasi may British accent tayo, may American accent tayo. Okay? So hindi siya ganun ka strong yung accent niya. Referring instead to use high and low pitch contrast to mark the boundaries between phrases. So mostly high and low pitch lang ang meron sa sa Japanese. So you will hear those Japanese speakers that some sort of monotone ang kanilang pronounce ng kanilang mga words and sentences. However, you will distinguish the high and low pitch of the words and sentences all throughout the phrases that they are trying to say. Okay? So, for practical purposes, you will find that you can produce natural sounding Japanese by giving each syllable equal stress and prominence or loudness. So, ibig sabihin po, yung mga syllables natin sa Japanese language is monotone or natural, has a natural sound. Okay? In this lesson, I will teach you or I will discuss how to pronounce their syllables. Parang sa atin. Okay? How did you learn the vowels in our Filipino alphabet? What are the vowels of the Filipino alphabet? Mr. Parale, since tinataasan mo ako ng kilay. Joke lang.
Hindi, sir.
What are our Filipino vowels? Oh, okay, very kakala ko mag-research ka pa sa Google eh. So it's a, e, i, o, u, right? So in Japanese, since they have a natural sound in or pronunciation, they have a strong stress and they don't have, strong stress. So neutral ang kanilang pag-pronounce ng kanilang mga vowels. If Filipino alphabet has a, e, i, o, u, diba? And English alphabet has a, e, i, o, u. Medyo difference, diba? For example, yung pronunciation nila ng E as in echo, sa atin, ang E is letter what? I. Correct, di ba? So, in Japanese language, so let's talk about the vowels. Okay. Japanese have short vowels a, I, U, E, and letter O. Parehas lang din. However, they pronounce it differently. Okay? Okay, listen very carefully. Vowels of Japanese vowels is a, I, U, E, O. Again, Japanese vowels are a, I, U, E, O. Can you repeat? Anyone? Who wants to repeat what I've said? Okay. Again, who wants to answer? Who wants to try? I want to hear it from you guys.
Ako po, sir.
Yes, Miss Dian.
A, I, O, I, U.
Okay, again, listen very carefully on how I will say it. Okay? Oops. Ayan, i-highlight ko para ano. This is A, letter A. Okay? This is I. Ulit. This is A, like the U in the word cut. A. Again, A. Meron siyang parang diin doon sa dulo. Hindi siya A, di ba ang A, we pronounce it like there is a Y at the end, di ba? But in Tagalog or in Filipino, it's A. A. It's very long. In Japanese, it's A. Para kang nasaktan tapos nabigla ka lang. A. Okay? So it's A. Like letter U in the word cut, it's A. Medyo pabilog na A. A. Alright? Next. E. Like the I in the word hit. E. Okay? Hindi siya I na merong Y sound in English, and it's not also E in Filipino. So in Japanese, it's E. Alright? Next vowel is U. Like the U in the word put. U. Okay, so it's not sino ba 'yon? Si Miss Apdian nga ba 'yon? Recite kanina. Okay, that's I am not saying that you're wrong, but this is the correct pronunciation of these vowels, all right? So, again, we are here to learn, okay? There's no right and wrong when you are reciting. Okay? I will do my best to teach you the correct and how Japanese people pronounce their words, sentences, vowels, and consonants. All right? So again, it's U. Again, A, I, U. All right? Miss Agbunag, can I hear it from you?
Sabihin ko ba yung tatlo na, sir?
Yes. Yes, please.
A, I, U.
Very good, Miss Agbunag. Next vowel. So this vowel is the vowel E. So it differs from E because it's E. So E is like the E in the word get. E. Again, it's A, I, U, E. And the last vowel is O. It's like the O in the word hot. O. It has a stress at the end when you're pronouncing it. So if you will recite or say the vowels in Japanese, it's A, I, U, E, O. Anyone who wants to see Miss Embudo? Parehas kami mukhang tambay, nakaganyan lang.
Naka-laptop kasi sir eh.
Kaya nga ako din eh. Naka-engine seat ako dito sa sa upuan ko.
Nakalapag po ko eh.
So, let us hear it from Miss Embudo, the Japanese vowels.
Okay na sir.
Yes, go ahead.
A, I, U, I,
E.
U, I. Wala parang Bisaya. E,
Oh, parang E.
E,
Yan.
A, I, U, E, U.
O.
O.
Yan. Ulit. Again, who wants to try?
Try, sir.
Try po.
Yes, Miss Apdian. Ayan. Redeem yourself.
A, I, U, E, O.
Alright. So, dun lang tayo sa E. So, when it is a short vowel, kasi as you can see, in my slide, meron tayong long vowels. Alright? So if it is a short vowel, it's a, I, U, E, O. So we also have 5 long vowels romanized as a, I, U, E, O. Okay, so if romanized, so you will always heard the word romanized in our lesson. So romanized is how Japanese words, phrases written in English alphabet. Okay? That is romanized. Romanized Japanese language. Ibig sabihin po, kaya nyong basahin yung Japanese sentences using the English alphabet. Well, not all, but most of the Japanese language. It means it's romanized. Okay? So again, we have 5 short vowels and 5 long vowels. So if it is 2 consecutive vowels, it's long vowels. Okay, so you will pronounce the short vowels longer as it is pronounced. Same length but very short and crisp, giving its characteristic staccato rhythm. So ibig sabihin yung short vowels natin na a, I, U, E, O is medyo ipoprolong lang natin ng konti. Okay? So it's a, I, U, E, O. And it's different from a, I, U, E, O. Okay? Are we clear on that? Question? Kaya pa? Alright, nasa vowels pa lang tayo, guys. Alright. So the long vowels indicate by double letters in our romanization are exactly the same sound as their short counterpart but are given twice the duration. So medyo prolong nga lang yung ating mga long vowels. So again, short vowels is a, I, U, E, O, and the long vowels are a, I, U, E, O. A difference in the length of the vowels can make a difference in the meaning of a word, and to avoid confusion and embarrassment, care must be taken to distinguish between long and vowel and short vowels. Okay, kasi we have same words in Japanese. Para lang yang I forgot the term in Filipino. 'Di ba meron tayong mga same word pero different yung pronunciation and the length of how we pronounce each words with different meaning. For example, iba yung tubo sa tubo at sa tubo. Tubo na pipe, tubo as interest, or tubo as pagsibol ng isang something, at iba din yung tubo. Diba? So, ganun din sa Japanese. Meron din siyang same words, but different on the pronunciation and the pitch of the words. So, let us, I'm gonna give you an example. So, Shujin means husband. Shujin is a prisoner. Okay? Shujin. Shujin is husband and Shujin is prisoner. So as you can see on the romanized words of these two words, so yung U sa shu is prolonged. Right? So it is different. Shujin is shu and is different from shujin. Alright? Or potentially more dangerous, if you say komon and kumon in Japanese. So, komon is advisor and kumon is anus. Alright? So, don't interchange these two words. Alright? So, when two or more vowels come together in Japanese, each retains its original pronunciation. So, moreover, with our discussion, I will be presenting you how Japanese speakers pronounce their words so that you can get it from a native Japanese speakers. Okay? Note that the sequence EI is usually replaced in pronunciation by the long vowel E. So for example, I said Awin Sensei. Okay, it's not Awin Sensei, but it's Awin Sensei. Okay? Kasi mapapansin niyo yan to our romanized words, this EI sequence. Okay? You will not pronounce it as sensei. It's sensei. Kasi prolonged, since it's in this example, the romanized how it is written in English alphabet, it's double E. But if you gonna write it on a Japanese characters, it's se, se, I. But if you pronounce it, it's sensei. Hindi yung panluto Shansi. Shansi ba yun? Okay. So, sensei is teacher. Pero kasi pag babasahin niyo siya sa English alphabet, it's sabihin niyo, sensei yan kasi may I. Okay? But the pronunciation of sensei is sensei. It's not sensei. Okay? So if you're gonna address me as your teacher, if you want to address me as your teacher, okay, it's Awin Sensei. Okay? So if I greet you, Ohayo gozaimasu gakuse, so you can respond, Ohayo gozaimasu Awin Sensei. Sensei, not sensei. Alright? Malinaw tayo dun So I will not accept. Okay? I will distinctively remember every time you address me as your teacher in Japanese word. Okay? It's not sensei, but sensei. Awin Sensei. Alright? Are we clear on that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, next. Next is devoicing of vowels. What do you mean by devoicing vowels? What do you mean by devoicing vowels? Devoicing is, it's like you're omitting, reducing, or whispering this vowel sound. Excuse me. Okay. So under certain circumstances, when vowels I and U are omitted, reduced, or whispered, in some words that I will be showing you in few slides, I will be showing you or telling you how to devoice these vowels. So this phenomenon known as devoicing, is particularly marked in the speech of Tokyo. So example of how I introduced myself a while ago. So anyone who wants to read, ayan, madaling basahin yan kasi it's romanized. So this is my name in romanized Japanese language, Erwin, or pwede rin siyang ganito, A-U-I-in. Yan. So for the purpose of our lesson, ayan ang ating gagamitin. Who wants to read this introduction? Yes, Mr. Parale.
Try lang.
Okay, guys, again, there is no right or wrong on these classes. Okay? Okay lang yan. Okay lang magkamali kasi sa pagkakamali tayo bumabangon. Ay. At nagmo-move on. Mr. Parale, medyo grounded lang yung ano mo. Go.
Eto na po, sir. Hajime mashite watashi wa Erwin sensei desu. Dozu yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
Okay. Nice try, Mr. Parale. Who else?
Sir,
Sino?
Ako, sir.
Guys, ganito. If you want to answer or have a recitation, guys, recitation is also be graded. Since this class, well, I will do my best to record all our classes so that I will have, or you will also have, reference. Pag sinabi nyo na, sir, bakit wala akong grade sa recitation nagre-recite naman ako sa iyo palagi? Go back to our recorded classes and you can have a proof of recitation. Go, Miss Yasis, tama ba?
yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Followed by Miss Benoobra and Miss Clemente. Go.
Sir, try. Narinig na yung kamay niya.
Okay lang.
Hajime mashite, watashi wa Erwin sensei desu. Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Yasis. Nice try. Miss Buenaobra.
Hajime mashite, watashi wa Erwin sensei desu. Dozu yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
Alright, thank you, Miss Buenaobra. Miss Clemente.
Hajime mashite, watashi wa Erwin sensei desu. Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
Okay. Who else? Miss Balindres, I can see you raising your hand.
Hajime mashite, watashi wa Erwin desu. Watashi wa Erwin sensei desu. Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Balindres. Mr. Buhay.
Sir.
Hajime mashite, watashi wa Erwin sensei desu. Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
Okay, thank you. Meron pa? Who wants to try? Miss Gonzalez?
Sir.
Yes, Miss Gonzalez.
Hajime mashite, watashi wa Erwin sensei desu. Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
Okay, so, sige. Thank you so much for participating to my class. Okay, so among the students who participated, I can hear that Miss Balindres is the most close pronunciation in this example. Okay? So it's fine. Okay lang yan kasi pare-parehas naman tayong nagsisimulang matuto ng Japanese language. So maybe he has some sort of background. Mahilig ka ba sa sa manga, Miss Balindres, or sa Japanese cartoon shows?
Nanonood po ako minsan po, sir.
Okay, so that's why she has this she know how Japanese speakers or Japanese characters in the cartoons, how they pronounce their words and languages. Okay, so with this example, I will show you the devoiced vowels that are present in this example. So Japanese speakers will pronounce this or will say this as like this. Hajimemashite, watashi wa Erwin sensei desu. Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. So with that, again, okay, so we will distinguish, or we will find those devoiced vowels in this example. Again, okay, listen very carefully. Hajimemashite, watashi wa Erwin sensei desu. Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Okay, who wants to answer? Where is the devoiced vowels in this example?
Sa onegai shimasu po.
So, onegai shimasu, what's the devoiced vowel doon?
Yung parang yung po na huli pong yun, hindi po
Okay.
nabigyan.
Alright. So, it's
Silent
devoiced. You. Alright? So, tulad nung sinabi natin sa kabilang slide, di ba? Vowels I and U are omitted, reduced, or whispered. Okay? So, in this example, dun sa onegai shimasu, so U is omitted. So, hindi siya pinopronounce. So, parang ito lang ang babasahin nyo. Yan. That one. Alright? So, if you will say onegai shimasu, okay, you will write it with U, but you will speak it without U, without U. Okay? And in these lessons, or in this discussion, I will try my best to distinguish the vowels, how the Japanese speakers pronounce it. Okay? So, U is omitted. Alright? So, it's onegai shimasu. Okay? So, for you to sound like native Japanese speakers, so you have to try your best to speak like a native Japanese speakers. All right? So if I say that it is onegai shimasu, okay, doon sa mga recitation natin, I don't want to hear any of you saying onegai shimasu, 'di ba? Parang sa sa Tagalog at Bisaya lang 'yan. Kapag ang Bisaya napunta sa Katagalugan is nakakatawang pakinggan, and vice versa. Kapag naman ang mga Tagalog ay napunta sa Bisaya, ay nakakatawa naman sila sa Kabisayaan. All right? So in Japanese, ganun din siya. Okay? So if we are trying to speak like Japanese, we have to speak like Japanese. Alright? We will try to speak like them. Good side on goods? Okay. So again, the devoiced vowels, or the voiced vowel in this example is the vowel U. Again, it's onegai shimasu. What else? Sige, i-ano natin to. Wait lang. What else?
Yung I ba, sir?
Sige. Sige, guys, if you want to recite or answer, you call my name, sir, and then your last name. Yes, Mr. Mendoza. Mr.
Sir, yung I sa Yoroshiku. Parang hindi siya nababanggit.
Okay. So, here in, sige lang, medyo naglo-load lang yung aking.
Yoroshiku.
Okay, so the word sige, ano natin, baybayin natin ang word na ito. So, it's yoroshiku. But if you're gonna pronounce it or say it, it's yoroshiku. Okay? So, the vowel E is devoiced in this example. Okay? Yoroshiku. Again, it's yoroshiku. So if you say dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Okay, the meaning of this example I will discuss it later on. All right? So ngayon, since ang topic natin is devoicing vowels, we have to distinguish the devoiced vowels in this example. What else? Thank you, Mr. Mendoza.
Yung user sa doso ko.
Yes, Miss Gonzalez.
Yung U po sa doso, sir.
Okay. So, in this example, dozo, okay, it's pronounced like this one. Dozo. Yeah. So it's a long vowel. Okay? Sometimes kasi sa mga reference natin, yung long vowels natin, the double O, is the second vowel is ginagawa nilang U. And ganun din sa E na long vowel, ginagawa nilang I. Okay? But in this example, dozo is written like this. Ganyan. Dozo. But in pronunciation is dozo. Kapag babasahin mo siya parang ganyan lang, dozo. Dozo. But in pronunciation, it's double O. So it's some sort of prolonged O or long vowel O. Okay? So hindi siya devoiced. Okay? Thank you, Miss Gonzalez. So clear tayo dun, ha? Dozo. Dozo is the correct pronunciation, but it's not devoiced. What else?
Sir Mendoza.
Mendoza. Yes, Miss Mendoza.
Yung sa, yung katabi ko ng sensite, yung yun din po, yung desu
Ito.
po.
Desu.
Din po yun.
Okay, very good. So, in this example, des is pronounced as des. Okay? But in writing, it's desu. Okay? So if you're gonna say watashi wa Erwin sensei desu, or for example, si Ron. For example, magpapakilala siya, watashi wa Ron desu. Ron desu. Okay? Ganun siya. Hindi siya watashi wa Ron desu. Okay? Nakakatawa kayong pakinggan sa mga Japanese if you're gonna introduce yourself as watashi wa Ron desu. Okay? So, as I said, if you want to learn Japanese, we have to speak like Japanese. Alright? So, thank you, Miss Mendoza. Very good. What else? Meron pa ba?
Sir, ako po try.
Yes, Mr. Parale.
Yung sa Hajime Mashite po, sir.
Okay.
Hindi po nababanggit yung I.
I sa dito? O dito?
Yan po sa may,
Ito.
sa may,
Alright. That's correct. So, Hajime Mashite is pronounced as Hajime Mashite. Okay? Kapag babaybayin natin siya, or we will speak it syllable per syllable, it's Hajime me, ma, shi, te. But if we're going to pronounce it or say it, it's hajimemashite. Okay, so the meaning, so those are the devoiced example or devoiced vowel for this example. All right, so what is the meaning of hajimemashite watashi wa Erwin sensei desu. Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. So this is the short way of how you will introduce yourself if it is your first time to meet. Okay, hajimemashite is usually say at the beginning of your introduction.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, it's nice to meet you, Miss Embudo. All right, so you're saying that you are pleased to meet everyone. Okay, watashi is what? I. Watashi. So for sure naririnig mo na yan, Mr. Parale, no? Familiar? Si watashi?
Lang, sir.
Di ba? So, watashi is I. Wa is a Japanese particle. A Japanese particle, pag-uusapan din natin yan on a separate lesson. A Japanese particle, wa, is parang is sa Japanese. Or am sa Japanese. I am your name, Erwin or Erwin. Then sensei is the pronoun. And then des is how you will end a sentence. Okay? So parang sinabi mong, I am Erwin teacher, then end of the sentence. So if you will translate this example into English, parang sinabi mong, I am Erwin teacher. Okay? But the English translation is I am teacher Erwin, and then des as period of the it's a mark that your sentence is ended, has ended. Okay, des. Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu is saying that it's your pleasure to meet everyone. Okay, onegai shimasu is please. All right. So in English translation, so parang sinasabi mong, hello everyone, my name is Erwin. I am your teacher Erwin. I'm pleased to meet you. I am pleased to meet you. Yeah, that is the translation of this short self-introduction. All right. So in general, it generally occurs when the vowel e or u are sandwiched between two of the consonants p, t, k, s, sh, t, ch, f, and letter h, voiceless consonants. Or when I or you followed one of these consonants at the end of the sentence. So as you will notice, ayan, sabi, kapag daw ang i or u or u ay sandwich, for example nito, di ba? I is sandwich between she, sh, and k. Alright? So it's devoiced. Pati ito, she and t. Diba? Sandwich din siya. So, devoiced ang ating vowels. And sabi, if i or u follow one of these consonants at the end. Like for example, the des and onegai shimasu. Okay? Di ba dun sa example natin, the letters P, T, K, S, SH or sh, T, TS, and CH, ch, F, and H are followed by I or U or E or U. It's devoiced. It's either it is reduced, the sound, omitted completely like des or onegai shimasu, or whispered. All right? Any question? Question? Clarification? Do you have question or clarification?
None, sir.
None. Alright. So, sige. Tapusin ko lang tong consonants. And then, hindi. Edo ko muna tong mga. Okay, so, as I said a while ago, we have 3 characters. Tama ba? So, 1, 2, 3. The hiragana and katakana. So, these are the hiragana characters and katakana characters. So, iyan ay ipapractice nyong isulat. Huwag kayong ma-stress dahil iisa-isahin nyo yan. Alright. So, hiragana and katakana are phonetic symbols. And each set has 46 basic symbols each. So, we have a, I, U, E, O. And then the K series, S series, T series, N series, H series, M series, Y, R, W, and the last is the letter N. So we have 46 symbols. So be familiarized with these hiragana and katakana symbols all throughout or characters all throughout our lesson. Ma-encounter nyo yan. So, let's start. Okay? So, it's A, I, U, E, O, Ka, Ki, Ku, Ke, Ko, K series. Again, vowels are A, I, U, E, O. K series, it's Ka, Ki, Ku, Ke, Ko. S series, sa, shi, su, se, so. So, as you will notice, may exemption. It's not si. Alright? It's she. Para lang siyang she sa English, pero ay ang gamit. She. At the end. Alright? Again, S series is sa, shi, su, se, so. Can I hear it from you guys? Who wants to try? Mr. Cañezo.
Sir, try po.
Sige.
Sir, saan po, sir? Sa
S series.
sa shi su se su.
So. Hindi siya
So.
Okay. Alright. So it's sa, shi, su, se, so. Mr. Parale, K series please.
Ano, sir? Ano?
K.
K po. A series. K ba?
K. Wala tayong A series. K.
Sorry, sir. Ka, ki, ku, ke, ko.
Alright. So for easy, para mas mabilis nating ma-recognize, gawin natin siyang ka series. Okay? Ka and then sa series. Let's go move to ta series. So in T series or ta series, it's ta, chi, tsu, te, to. So please identify the exemption of chi and tsu. Okay? So it's not tati, tu, teto. Alright? Again, it's ta, chi, tsu, te, to. Isa pa? One more?
Sa pa po.
Okay? In ta series, it's ta, chi, tsu, te, to. Again, ta, chi, tsu, te, to. Who wants to try?
No, sir.
Yes, Mr. Buhay.
Ta, chi, tsu, te, tu.
To.
To.
Ayan. Iba yung walang tu. Okay? Miss Gadya.
Chi, so, te, to.
Again.
Ta, chi, chu, te, chu.
Okay. So, dun sa hindi siya chu, okay? Walang chu, okay? It's chi and tsu. Okay, listen very carefully. Tsu. It's not chu, alright? Tsu. Para siyang when you pronounce cats, di ba? TS yung huli. And then lalagyan nyo lang ng U. Tsu. Tsu. Okay? Again. Ta, chi, tsu, te, to. Alright? Okay, sige. Doon muna tayo. Mag-end muna tayo doon kasi 10 na. Baka, do you still have another subject for this after my class? Meron pa. Okay, sige. So for now, let's focus, or that will end our discussion for today to vowels, Japanese vowels, and the 4 series of the Japanese or Japanese characters. Alright? So please remind me on our next meeting that we're going to discuss the succeeding series of the Japanese language. Alright? Any question, clarification? Do you have any concern, clarification with the discussion? So, guys, I can still remember who are the students that participating in my class. So, alam nyo na, ha? Alright, so for documentation purposes, I will take a screenshot of our class. So, kindly open your camera if you can. And also, you can have a copy of this. You can take a copy, or you can take a screenshot of this lesson. So for your reference. All right. I will take a screenshot. Ichi ni san. Arigato. Thank you guys for attending my class. See you next week. Arigato gakuse.
Bye, sir. Gay kasi.
Sayonara, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you po, sir. Arigato.
Arigato. Stops.